Good morning and welcome to your Farm and Home Show. My name is Joanna Coles, and this morning we're visiting with Dr. Tim Woods. He's with the University of Kentucky as agriculture economics specialist there. Because we're going to talk about a topic that I feel like is on the news and a lot of the magazines that you pick up, and that's food price inflation.
Figuring out how to manage that and where are we going with that, I think is a really important thing that all of us working around the world of food are paying attention to. It's without a doubt, in terms of the causes of food price inflation, we have higher costs throughout the whole system. Higher input costs for farmers, higher labor costs and processing distribution costs for folks that are making and processing and distributing the food, and labor costs throughout the whole system, as well as different supply chain interruptions, have really kind of all come together in a challenging way, I think, to really cause a lot of disruption and higher prices for our food across the board. It's really been quite striking. As we added up things from 2022, that was the first time that we saw double-digit food inflation for the past 40 years. And coming down from that peak there just a little bit in terms of the rate of growth, but the actual prices for food have remained high for this past year and are likely to still remain high, while not maybe quite seeing the same rate of growth as we've seen in the past. The thing that is really striking is just to see how the cost of food and the growth of that cost has just gone way higher than the growth in our wages. And so people, especially in Kentucky, where we have a really high level of food insecurity, we're ranked ninth in the country in that level. 20% of our kids are connected with a food insecure home. Food price inflation is especially a challenging problem for folks that are trying to stretch that food dollar. And so the things that we have seen with food prices is that it's not just the restaurants, it's really been even especially a significant challenge in the grocery store. Even though we've seen, certainly the grocery store prices with being much higher than what they've been in the past, eating at home is still a great value, and it's the best way to be able to stretch your food dollar. And learning how to buy in bulk, cook in bulk, learn how to cook in a way that you can stretch your meal planning, and doing some of your basic home economics around your food budget. It's as important now as it ever has been, but there are still lots of good ways to manage your food budget there at home. So we've just recently completed this statewide survey of Kentucky food consumers, and not very surprisingly, people cutting way back from eating out at restaurants. That's just a really expensive prospect for a lot of folks. But we see a lot more buying food in bulk, a lot more preserving food, and even in terms of their interest or experience in buying locally produced food, going to farmers markets or other places where you can buy fresh food in bulk at a lower price. Those are presenting some opportunities, I think, for our food consumers and even for our farmers to play an important role in helping our Kentuckians have access to good quality, affordable, fresh food.
Absolutely. And I think extension can play a huge role in helping consumers in Kentucky with knowing the nutritional value of the food, making sure that we balance our plates with the best nutritionally dense products available, as well as being able to stretch our food dollar, make sure that we're budgeting correctly, because I think it's going to be so important, especially in 2024. You mentioned that the growth might not be there, but we're still looking at high food prices.
And I think it'll be as an important a time as any, as we're looking to especially try to help some of our folks that are stretching that food dollar. Is really important. Extension is going to play an important role. Our State Department of Ag, our food banks, lots of our other agencies that are helping our folks navigate this important part of their budget, their expenditure will be important here for this next season.
And we appreciate you watching the Farm and Home Show. Have a great day.